Hello there, Jo Barnes here, and welcome to another episode of Make It Happen Monday. I hope that you have had an awesome week this week and have been making it happen all over the place. Now, in today's episode, I want to talk about how we allow our emotions to get in the way of what we want to do. And how many times do we stop ourselves doing something because of the way we feel? Well, I was reading recently, and I was reading it on the internet, so it must be true, that we are actually, as human beings, predispositioned to be negative. Something to do with our reptilian brains, and that we were always in the fight or flight mode, and that we need to be kind of, aware of our surroundings and distrustful of things happening and all the rest of it. Something to do with all of that means that today we have a natural propensity to actually look on the bad side rather than the good side. So thanks very much, brain, for helping me out to be really positive every day in the first place. But the simple fact is we need to train our minds. We need to train our minds like we train our muscles so that we can be super positive every day. And I don't want to go all woo-woo on you, but the simple fact is that if we stay in a negative state of mind, we are not going to go out and do the things we need to do to achieve our goals. Negativity leads to overwhelm, procrastination, self-doubt, fear, all of that kind of stuff. Whereas if we can cultivate a positive mindset every day, then we are going to take more risks, and we are maybe going to do things that we wouldn't otherwise do, and we're going to take action and go for our goals, and we're going to laugh fear in the face and all that kind of stuff, okay? So the simple fact is that it's really beneficial for us to cultivate and work on and train our minds so that we are positive every day. And I was listening to a fantastic lady, actually. I saw her on a TED Talk. Her name is Mel Robbins. Go and Google Mel Robbins. She's an author and a speaker and a coach and all of those sorts of things. And she just gave this really high-spirited, engaging, vibrant, bursting with energy TED Talk that really grabbed my attention. And it grabbed my attention because I've been really lax on going out every day, and I've got a swimming pool right here and a beautiful place to go and walk, and I've been determined to do a bit more exercise in my life, and I've been really lax about it. Always got too much to do, always too busy, got that meeting or that call or that video to make or that email to answer or that something. There's always something else more important. And what she was saying in her TED Talk is that when we go for our goals, there's a lot of time, 99% of the time, when we're just not going to feel like it. And that's true, isn't it? How many times do we decide we really want to do something looks really good, but it's quite a hard path to get where we want to get, and so therefore most days we just don't feel like it. We don't feel like going to the gym, or we don't feel like going for a walk, or we don't feel like playing around with our website today, or we don't feel like emailing somebody, or we don't feel like making that call, or whatever it is, we don't feel like it, so we don't do it. Yeah, but the simple fact is that if you just do it anyway, just take the action anyway, even if you don't feel like it, then you are going to get the results that you want to get. So she's saying it's not about how you feel, it's about what you want. This was then backed up a few days later when I was out walking. I now walk every morning around this beautiful marina with a podcast in my ear, so I'm getting some daily education and mind training going on as well in the mornings. A guy called Hal Elrod, well worth a look up, this guy. He's written a book called Miracle Morning, the Miracle Morning, and it's all about win the morning, win the day, and creating a morning routine that empowers you to really get out there and live the life you want to live every single day. And he completely backed up what Mel Robbins was saying and said that the difference between those people who are really out there doing it and living their dreams versus those people who are still only dreaming about living their dreams is that the people doing it are the ones that are going to take the action and do what's required no matter how they feel. They do not allow their emotions to get in their way. They do not allow that feeling of, I don't feel like it. They just do it anyway. So Your challenge for this week, should you choose to accept it, is number 1. You need to fuel this every day with empowering stuff, with stuff that's going to help you to think positively. And believe me, I know sometimes you're not going to want to. You're not going to feel like doing that, okay? You're going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You're going to be feeling grumpy, and you're going to think, I don't want to listen to somebody spouting in my ear about how great their life is, because quite frankly, I'm not in the mood right now. But I can tell you, by doing it, it's going to make you feel better, especially if you're listening to a podcast or somebody you respect and admire. Okay, so you'll have to do a bit of researching, but it will make you feel better, and it will help you start the day in a really empowering way. So that's number 1. Number 2 is perhaps cultivate this morning routine. So as I said, I go out now every morning for a half an hour walk, and I listen to a really good podcast in my ear, so I'm fueling my mind, but I'm also now exercising as well. I'm doing a brisk walk for half an hour, and that's making me feel really good, and it's become a morning routine. So every morning I'm doing the same thing to really kind of start my day in an empowering way. So number 1, fuel your mind. Number 2, create a morning routine. And then number 3 is to do it even when you don't feel like it. That's going to take some work, but you've just got to do it. Okay, so this week, I challenge you to, on that point where you say, I don't feel like it, I don't want to go to the gym, or I don't want to not eat that donut, or I don't want to build that website, or I don't want to call that person, I challenge you, do it anyway, even if you don't feel like it, and you will feel so empowered afterwards. So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Do please come and comment below this video. Tell me, what do you not feel like doing right now that you're going to do? Tell me something that you've done this week that you didn't feel like, but now you have done it. And let's have a little congratulatory pat on each other's shoulders in the comments below. Also, please share with your friends if you feel that this episode's been useful, and subscribe for updates and lots of other goodies that I send to my email subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Live on purpose and make it happen. See you again soon. Bye-bye.